Medical surveillance is a system of ongoing health checks to monitor the health of workers, especially those who are exposed to hazardous substances. The purpose? To catch any health issues early before they become serious problems. Medical surveillance isn't just about identifying problems, though. It's about tracking health trends over time. This helps us to see if certain jobs or work environments are causing health issues and allows us to take action before things get worse. Now, here's where OSHA comes into play. There are legal requirements for medical surveillance under OSHA, especially in jobs that involve exposure to hazardous substances. For example, they have specific standards for industries like construction, manufacturing, and healthcare, where workers might be exposed to chemicals, dust, noise, or biological agents. Under these regulations, employers must provide medical surveillance to workers who are exposed to certain hazards at or above specific levels. This isn't optional, it's a legal requirement. And it's all about keeping workers safe and healthy. So, what does a medical surveillance program actually look like? Well, let's break down the main components. First up, we've got pre-employment screening. Before somebody even starts a job, they undergo a health screening to see if they're fit for the role. This helps ensure that workers aren't placed in jobs that could be harmful to their health, especially if they have pre-existing conditions that could be aggravated by the work environment. Pre-employment screening can include things like a physical exam, vision and hearing tests, and even blood work or other lab tests, depending on the job. Next, we have periodic health assessments. These are regular checkups that happen throughout a worker's employment. The goal here is to monitor the worker's health over time and catch any changes early on. Depending on the job, these assessments might happen annually, semi-annually, or even more frequently. These assessments can include everything from a basic physical exam to more specialized tests, like lung function tests for workers exposed to airborne contaminants. The key here is consistency. Regular checkups help spot any trends that could indicate a developing health issue. Then there are post-exposure evaluations. This happens if a worker is exposed to a hazardous substance, whether it's a one-time incident or ongoing exposure. After the exposure, the worker gets a medical evaluation to see if they've been affected. Post-exposure evaluations are important because they help ensure that any health effects are caught and treated quickly. They're also helpful for understanding how the exposure happened and how similar incidents can be prevented in the future. Remember all that data we collected during exposure monitoring? Well, that data plays a big role in medical surveillance. It helps identify which workers are at risk and what specific health issues they might face. For example, if monitoring shows high levels of a certain chemical in the air, the medical surveillance program might focus on respiratory health. By integrating monitoring data with medical surveillance, we can tailor the health checks to address the specific risks that workers are facing. It's all about making sure that the right people are getting the right checks at the right time.